Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. So the other day I bought some N64 games and I made a pickup video about it. And some of them were quite dirty, so I thought I'd make another video and show how I clean Nintendo 64 cartridges, or any cartridge really. What I use is, I have these wet wipes, or these wet ones, or you could use any kind of wipe. They'll all work, but I'll start with Hexen. And I already took the screws out of the bottom too, so that way it'd be easier to, I could take it apart and kind of clean around the edge, like right here in the cracks. But you can see on this one there's some like sticker residue left over. And I take like my fingernail and I'll just kind of go into the grooves here. See, I already picked up a lot of dirt. This side here has something crusty built up in it. I'll do the same thing with the top. This side of the top. A lot of times when you're like at a retro game store and you're looking around at the games and you see some of these cartridges, and at first they don't look that great, but sometimes when you get them home and you clean them up, they'll clean up pretty well and they look a whole lot better. But when I'm out looking for games, if I see a cartridge I want, like I usually go by condition. Like if it's dirty, it's fine because I could clean it. But if it's got like a few little scratches in the plastic, it don't really bother me. But if it's got like really big gouges in the plastic and like the label's half ripped off, some people probably don't matter if the label's not on it, but I kind of go by like, I like that label to be, like my labels to be in good shape. N64 games are hard though. Like some reason the labels on those, I see that they're always in bad shape. I think it's because Nintendo used some cheap paper or something when they made labels for them. Original NES games and a lot of the earlier Super Nintendo games, those labels are like super, like they're like tanks, they take anything. But the N64 labels don't have that plastic coating over top of them. It's already cleaning up pretty well. You can see after just a little bit of cleaning, a lot of dirt came off of it. I don't take these wet wipes over the label, or if I do, I do it like really like quick, and then I wipe it off with a dry rag because I don't want the liquid to soak into it. But I'll go around the edge here. I go around right here on this side of the label. Like something there, it won't come off. And I want to get the back too. That's really like got some dirt caked in there too. And some dirt in here too. One thing I don't use is magic erasers on the labels, because those will like sand down the texture of the cartridge. But you can use a magic eraser if you just barely like rub over it and don't put too much pressure and don't use it too long. You could probably get, like, if there's like some like a mark on it that just won't come off. That would be like the last resort type method. I got a lot of that dirt out of there. One thing you can use is a toothbrush to get into those crevices. And I'm gonna go grab one right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the toothbrush. You don't want to use, like, obviously you don't want to use one that you use for your mouth, but I just have this old one that I use kind of clean with. But you don't want to scrub the label, of course, but you can just kind of get into the lettering on the cartridge. I put a little soapy water on it. You kind of see that I got some of that crud out of there. I'm gonna try to get this right here, but I don't want to get the label. Then I want to get down here. And I want to use this to get kind of like right in here. This is kind of hard to get to. And get this side. It's like a black mark there. Okay, I think that would be good. Right now, I want to go back to using this. I'll wipe where I scrubbed right here. One thing I like to do, but you have to be careful if you do this, is take the wipe and you can go along the, like where the label is, there's this little ledge right there. It goes along the, and it'll collect dirt. See, like right there. Just go around like that, avoiding the label. And right there, a lot of dirt came out. Right here, the dirt came out, but right here, there's still a lot of dirt in there. I don't know if I can get in there with my finger now. Got most of it. Try again with the toothbrush. You don't have to get it 100% perfect. Just like whatever your preference is, that'd be fine. Like each person probably don't. Some people might not even care that the games are dirty. They just want to play them. I kind of like want to play them, but I also want to make sure they're in, good shape. That I could put them on my shelf and look at them and not have them like, years of dirt accumulated all over it. So that's, I think, a lot better than it was. I mean, it's not going to ever be perfect again, but I took the screws out because sometimes the dirt will get in here too. And let's go take a cloth and see how much dirt came off. Just from inside that, between the two shells. There's even some dirt right there. And there's dirt like all through here. And while I took the screws out, I already removed this piece earlier and I cleaned the pins really well. I already did a video last week showing how if you want to clean your pins and get them really clean. I made a video about that, so if you want to check that out, you can. But I didn't feel like it was necessary to do it again in another video, because it would just be the same thing over again. This time I just wanted to show how to clean the plastics and get the cartridge, pretty clean. Since these games I bought the other day were kind of dirty, and I noticed they were dirty when I was buying them. I was like, well, that can make a good video. That about does it for this piece, I think. I mean, I could spend more time. I could spend an hour on this, but I mean, that's also something you have to look to. If you have a lot of games, you do like a game every day or every few days, or just when you get them. Like when you buy a new game, just clean them as you get them. But, you might not want to spend all day just cleaning Nintendo games. Another benefit to doing this is if you ever decide to sell your games, like on eBay or online or anything, they'll already be clean, and you can test them right away after you clean them, and they'll be all ready for you to sell, like down the road in the future if you ever want to. Okay, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and just very lightly go over the label. I'm not going to put any pressure on it. I'm going to wipe it, and then I'm going to use my hand to kind of like dry away the wetness. And also because this is kind of starting to dry out now, so it's not like as soaked as it was. So I'll hurry up and kind of wipe on it, and then just kind of dry it with my hand. See how much dirt came off the label. I'll do it one more time. Just kind of give it a quick wipe. And kind of like dry it off. See, I got some more dirt off of here. This game looks pretty clean now, way better than it was. I'll go ahead and put the, well actually I gotta get right here really quick. I think I forgot to do this. Yeah, there's like some crud right here. I'm going to go ahead and screw this down really quick. So I got the game back together, and I'm going to try it in the Nintendo 64 and make sure it works. It started right up after that. I cleaned the pins. I didn't actually try it before, but I'm sure the pins weren't very dirty, so they probably would have started up right away, though. I'm surprised that the pins weren't as dirty as they were because of how dirty the outside of the case was. So I can't wait to play this. I've never played it before, but it looks like it'd be really fun. But I'm not going to play it right now. I'm going to get back to the video. Okay, so one last look at Hexen before I move on. As you remember, these grooves had a lot of dirt in them. That came out. They came out on the top. I used a toothbrush and got in there, and that came out really clean. And down here at the bottom, that got really clean. The cartridge really looks very clean now. So those wipes do a really good job at getting the dirt off. And the cartridge overall looks pretty good. There's just like some marks, scratches on the label. That's about typical for N64 games. Looks like there could be a little dirt right here. I'm not too worried about, I don't want to scrub the label too much or rub it with anything wet. The back don't look too bad, so I'm going to move on. Oh, and the game works too. Now, Bug's Life was really nasty. I don't know what's on here, but the thing that concerns me the most is it has this sticker. And I'm afraid if I peel the sticker, it's going to rip the Nintendo sticker on the bottom. So what I thought I was going to do real quick, I'll do it off camera is I'm going to take a hair dryer and warm this bottom piece up because I have it apart so I don't have to worry about the circuit board getting hot. I want to warm this up and just see if I could peel up on this to see if it'll come off. I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. I just used a hair dryer and this is still hot. So I went over, I went like this, back like this in a circular motion, about maybe like 4 or 5 inches above it, and the heat, I pulled up slightly on the corner of the label, and the heat loosened the sticker. So I wasn't unsure if it was going to work or not, but it looks like it worked very well. Because I've tried before in the past. I never used the hairdryer method. It's just something I just thought about today, but I tried to do it before and I just the labels would just tear and leave just sticky stuff on this label, and it just would never come off again. As you can see, this was a really old label too, so I don't know if it came from GameStop or they used to have Babbage's in my area. So I don't know where it originally came from, but I am super excited. It left just a teeny amount of film. Sometimes you could take the label and just kind of tap it. And then the leftover little sticky residue will come up. Yeah, there's just a little bit of stickiness. It's not too bad. You can kind of see a film. But the old label came up and it didn't damage this label, so I'm super happy about it. See, it said A Bug's Life Inside Club used in 64 1/8/2012. So definitely wasn't Babbage's. I'm thinking it was GameStop. I can't remember if GameStop still sold N64 games in 2012, but I don't know why they would put sticker over this sticker because it could damage it. But I'm super excited that it came off without ripping the label. What I might do is I have another cloth and I might wipe where that sticker used to be. I'm going to hurry up and dry it. Yeah, that sticky stuff, it came up most of the way now. Yeah, that sticky stuff is pretty much gone now. You can see up close that it that the label came off. That used game store label came up, and then it didn't damage that any. Now I'll work on getting this cleaned. This dirt's coming right up too. It was filthy. I don't even know what was all over it. think this back piece is pretty good now. Like, all that nasty stuff came up. And there wasn't as much, like, dirt down in these grooves on this game as there was on Hexen. I know the front of it had a little bit of dirt too. And for like a kind of like a kid's game, that usually, like, if kids had games and they played them a lot, they would throw them around and they would really get trashed. But this game's in pretty good shape. Now that I got all the dirt off, it looks really good. And I don't really have any, like, any problems with it cosmetically, really. It's pretty good shape. The label's, like, really good too. Even better than Hexen, I think. So yeah, this game cleaned up pretty good. I think I could put the two halves back together now and go ahead and screw it down and try it out. I think I just gotta get right here first. Also, like, you wanna, just in case you get like liquid or anything like wet down on the circuit board, you just kind of want to let it dry for a little bit before you put it in your Nintendo 64, so that way it doesn't like damage anything. Here, I don't want to use this to tighten it. When you tighten these down, they should pretty much like turn pretty easy. If it feels like it's like catching or something, you want to back up and try it again. Just kind of clean those screws off a little bit. There's some dirt left over right here. Have a little bit more leverage now that the two halves are together. So just kind of give it a quick wipe down again, especially around the between the, you know, where the halves meet. So I'm gonna let that sit there for just a little bit, let it dry, and then I'll throw it in the N64 and give it a test. Okay, let's test this and see how it does. Yep, I'm gonna start it up right away, so that's a good sign. I played this one on PlayStation 1, but I've never played it on Nintendo 64. So probably the only thing different is it doesn't have the cutscenes, I bet, from the PlayStation 1 version. The game controls pretty good. But yeah, I think I should get this video wrapped up. It's going on for a while, but yeah, I'm super excited that this old sticker came off of that, off the back of the cartridge, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get it off or not, but it came right up after I heated it up. So I'll definitely do that in the future. Way better than just pulling on it and trying to get it to come up and it rips. But yeah, thanks for watching, and catch you next time.